Okay, this stretch that I'm about to teach you is magic when it comes to relieving hip and low back pain. Now, you've maybe seen this stretch before, you may have even done it, but most of the time people do it wrong. So I wanna make sure that I'm walking through each of the steps to ensure that you know how to do it properly and get the absolute best stretch so that it's safe for your hips and safe for your back, okay? So this stretch, we're gonna call it the Figure-4 stretch. You can do it sitting in a chair, you can do it at your desk. In fact, I highly recommend taking breaks throughout the day while you're working, sitting at your desk, or if you're standing for long periods, go find a chair, sit down, and do this stretch, okay? So to do it properly, you're gonna come right to the edge of your chair, and I want you to feel where your sit bones are. So those are kind of like your two hip bones, those bony parts that you might be able to feel there. Now, most of the time we kind of sit a little slumped under on those sit bones. But what I want you to do is come a little further forward, almost tipping your tailbone out behind you so that you feel like you're on the front of those sit bones. That point is really, really important as we do this stretch, okay? So then take your right leg and extend it out on the floor, and then we're gonna cross your left foot up and over. Now, the higher and closer the bottom leg is, the closer it is to, the harder it is to get this foot up. So if it's really difficult to cross this leg up and over, extend that leg out pretty straight. But the closer you have that foot, the more of a stretch you're gonna get. So in this cross-legged position, I want you to think about having this foot flexed. Don't let this foot get kind of dangly or wimpy, okay? So keep your foot flexed, and then you can use this hand to gently press your knee down. You might feel like your knee is sticking straight up in the air. Totally normal. It just means that we really need to work on this stretch, but you can use a little bit of gentle pressure to get this knee to fall flat. Now go back to that sit bone thing I told you a minute ago. I want you to feel your sit bones and see if you can come on the front of your sit bones, because the moment we get into this position, it's almost gonna tuck you under and make you feel like you're kind of sitting back, okay? So lift yourself up and see if you can come onto the front of your sit bones. It'll feel like you're kind of sticking your butt out behind you. And in that moment, you instantly feel that stretch in your hip socket, right? You don't even need to lean forward or pull into that stretch. It's all about posture. It's all about kind of fine-tuning that position. So come to the front edges of your sit bones, sit up really tall, take some deep breaths. So pull the air all the way into your belly, through your nose, and then exhale. Stay on the front of your sit bones. If you wanna go in a little deeper, press into it by leaning forward as you exhale, okay? So try it again. We're gonna inhale, and then exhale, keeping your posture really up tall. You don't wanna slump, okay? We're not getting your body rounded. We wanna sit up really straight. That's gonna keep you on the front of your sit bones. So sitting up really straight. As you exhale, you're gonna lean gently forward. Once again, you're feeling that really good quality stretch deep in that hip socket. And what that's doing is it's relieving that tension right up in your hip joint. This is always where you're gonna feel a lot of that hip pain. And when those muscles are really tight and tense, it tends to pull on your back and make your back really cranky too. So this stretch right here, hold for about 4 or 5 deep breaths, which is about 30 seconds, and then you can release and try the other side, okay? Give that stretch a try. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to see how it feels for you.